These are the what happened today slides. These are not active links. These are screenshots. And they're all here because there's 4 sections. There's section 1, section 2, section 3, and section 4. Each slide is dedicated to a section. Please make sure you're following along right now because I'm getting questions and they're clearly indicating who is not listening during these portions. This is the assignment. When you open the assignment up, you are going to see, let me go a little larger here. You are going to see a place here that says click here for reading. When you click on this, it's going to open up the document. So you have to click on here. It is going to open, and the student that I was working with last period, it did not default opening to Kami. It defaulted to a preview. You'll have to do that little button at the top that says open with, and then open up Kami. Now, when you get to Kami, as soon as you start to use the markup and you're doing the text highlighter, once you start to highlight, it's going to ask you about making a copy. And the reason why it's going to ask you about making a copy is because you'll see the initials down here. So there's other students that are on this, but they're not going to be able to manipulate it. The only way that you'll be able to manipulate it is after you highlight. You'll get this message in the middle that says create copy. And yes, you want to create a copy because you don't have access to it. I'm giving you the document, but you're going to have to open it up in Kami. And as soon as you start to want to do something to it, click yes to create copy. As you are reading this, you're answering the questions. And remember that the questions, I'm going to on the side here are your instructions. So list 4 facts you learn. Describe 2 courts you didn't know existed, and hint, it's the diagram. And then define 2 new words. And the last one is to write a question you still have about that section. When you go to the assignment here and you're highlighting, you're going to highlight to match here. So where did you find your 4 facts that you learned? So you're going to go over here, highlight the 4 facts that you learned and label them A. Highlight, label them A. Then you're going to go to describe this part about the 2 courts. That one is actually down here in the graphic summary. Therefore, you can highlight the part here and then you can label this B. Your next one is to describe, next one is to define 2 new words. Therefore, you'll go back to your piece and highlight. Remember from the infograph, your bold words are probably going to be where you're going to find your pieces. So you only need to highlight, and then you can put C on these. So the 2 words that you find that you are defining. And then you're going to write 1 question you still have. That one you don't need to label on here. The other thing that you might want to do is kind of have a double window for you. So you have this next to it. If you want to do the double pane, remember you do have the dualist that you can go the double screen here too, if that's something that you want to do. Some students like that, some students don't. It's totally your preference. Now, say you have all of your written stuff on the side. How do you get it how do you get the picture over here? And that's what we're going to look at next. There is a tool that you have available to you, and that's over here on your toolbar. If you don't have the tool pinned, it's in your extension. So the extensions is that little puzzle piece. This is a new part that we haven't done in this class. If you are not paying attention right now, you are going to be royally lost. You are not using the download. This is not Canva. Because if you download this, you're going to get a PDF and you cannot place a PDF on a slide. Therefore, using this awesome screenshot, it truly is awesome. It has a very appropriate name. You are going to go to the tool, and you're going to select an area. And the area, and you notice that when I selected the tool, it turned it gray. There's nothing wrong with your computer. And I'm going to select the area that I want, and then I'm going to copy it. And you'll see it says copy to clipboard, and then all of a sudden it disappears, but it is really still there, believe it or not. I'm going to click back on here. I'm doing Control V, bam. Look at that. That is so easy. You can use it even with Google if you're trying to paste something over from a web page to do a screenshot of it. Instead of doing a screenshot is to capture it with this selected tool. So once again, to review, you go into Kami. You might need to go to your puzzle piece to find the awesome screenshot. I have it on my toolbar because I've pinned it. I've used the pin here to pin it here. I'm going to click it. I'm going to get my select tool, drag, select, copy, go to the other tab, and I'm going to paste it. And that is my piece there. And you'll notice that there are 4 sections. So let me go back to our view because I've been getting questions on this. Each slide is 1 section. So you'll notice here it says section 1. When I click over here, look, this is section 1. If I click here, section 2, section 3. I need to go look at the names again on those. And then more importantly is that you click on there and you'll see that what you're reading pops up. Now the other aspect here is too, if you scroll down, you'll see that it's also in Spanish. So if you need the Spanish translation, the information is here. To answer the question though, you may need to reference this, the graphic organizer, because one of the questions does ask about the graphic organizer, specifically on this one. Let's go back to the view. Again, picture here for what you're annotating, and then the other side is you answering the questions.